Hello? Hello? Hi. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between that, we need to talk about an issue plaguing our society today, alright? And there's a lot of different things I could be referring to here. There's war, there's tragedy, there's corruption. Hamsters. Hamsters are what I'm going to be talking about today. They're a problem. We need to stop buying them. I love them. They're little cuddly, fuzzy little furballs. I owned a few. I had one named Ruby, and then that died, and so I got a new one and named it Ruby Tuesday. And I've gotten various other little fuzzballs in the past, and for some reason, it has become a growing trend online that we've all come together to discuss. Hamsters just can't die in a normal way. Like, you could have a little hamster, this little cuddly furball, fuzzball little freak, and it could be in your hands like a little baby, oh my god, and then he bursts into flames. Or jumps off of your hands into a conveniently placed meat grinder sitting on the ground. How'd it get there? I don't know. The hamster did it. There is so many different various ways, and it's gotten to the point that people online will refer to various weird deaths in video games as hamster deaths. I figured this out when I was looking for it online. And so today, I want to go through a bunch of subreddits from ex-hamster owners who will be discussing various horrific ways that they've lost their fuzzy little creature. And, of course, I'm going to put a warning here just for anyone who doesn't want to hear about graphic ways hamsters have been brutalized. We're going to be talking about hamsters being brutalized. So, if you don't like that, maybe buckle in or unbuckle, maybe take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. But it's gonna be funny. I'm not gonna show any visuals. I'm not gonna give you guys images of hamsters being punted. My friend did that to me. When I was younger, I used to go on a chatting app called Kick. Not like the streaming site, like Kick, this chatting app. And I have seen horrible things, and I would never want to give that to any of you. My friend showed me a video one time of a guy just like taking a hamster and lobbing it at like the speed of a baseball at a wall. And it wasn't a hamster anymore, and so I don't really want to show you guys that. It's horrendous. I also have one more story, if you'd allow me to sit around the campfire with you and tell a bit of a tale. There's a fraternity at a college that my friend goes to a little ways away from me that has an interesting hazing ritual. Actually, it's gotten to the point that this fraternity's been dissolved. It's been deleted, because they'd have the new inductees do some interesting activities, like eating feces, I've heard. There's other various horrible hazing activities, but the one that is topical to today's video is sticking a hamster in a microwave. They had the new people stick hamsters in microwaves. And I don't know if you're aware of what happens if you stick a fuzzy little fella into a microwave and hit it with beams of radiation, but as Doja Cat would put it, they paint the town red. That motherfuckers explode. They go out like a water balloon. Enough of that. Let's actually get into these other various real-life stories that we've learned. Starting with this one subreddit from r/AskReddit. For people who own hamsters, what's the weirdest way they died? And, you know what? Let's just dig in. He would hide his food in his cheeks so my mom would refill his bowl thinking I hadn't fed him. Eventually, he got so fat he got stuck in the tube and died of a heart attack. What the I still remember my mom shaking the tube like a ketchup bottle. No! No! Take like a little, you know, like muskets? You know how like they load muskets? Like they put the ball in there and then they like that. Do that. Except for the hamster. Don't do that. Whatever. Let's continue down. My brother had two, and we were sharing a room at the time. He had taken one out of the cage and put it into the ball. It can roll around on the floor. And it didn't seal the lid all the way, and it got distracted by something and left the room. I came up and started to play music on the boombox, and somehow the little fucker got up on the dresser and was right near the speaker. If we forgot about Dre being on blast gave him a heart attack. Okay, so it seems like hamsters dying of heart attacks is an increasingly common thing. I know that, like, I saw this one story somewhere, we'll probably stumble across it somewhere, where someone like burst into the room too quick and it just flipped over. And like stuff like that. They're so fragile, and yet we still keep buying them. We had two when I was a kid, not knowing that's not a good idea. The other guy had two, and that wasn't a problem. So naturally, hamster 1, 8 hamster naturally 8 hamster 1. 8 hamster 2. What? What do you mean naturally? That's a thing? I guess I'm not a pet aficionado, so if someone's like a pet store worker or something in the comments and they're like, an idiot, you fool. Everyone knows hamsters are extremely territorial. My bad. They look like goddamn pom-poms. I didn't think that they defended their land like a man in Central America, which was deeply disturbing. Oh, really? It was? But in an odd twist of fate, hamster 1's death was far more disturbing, and none of us were ever able to figure out. I like that I put the dyslexic guy in a video about reading things. Continue. As we get closer, we realize that something was in his mouth, which is unnerving because last time that happened, he was eating hamster 2. He must have found another hamster to eat. But that can't be the case this time. When we got over to the cage, little dude was dead, but his spine and arm bones were poking out of his mouth. Little freak got Mortal Kombat fatality. What the fuck happened? It was creepy AF. Oh, I thought it was completely normal. Stepdad's closest guess was that he was climbing to the top bars like he usually did and fell from a height onto his bum, which forced his spine and other bones out through his mouth. Oh my god, these things actually have the structural integrity of a water balloon. That's horrifying. Like, what's actually going through adults' heads when they're like, oh, let me get my kid some cute little fuzzy creature to have and take care of. Let's get him the suicide rodent. Every single time a kid gets one of these, they're just gonna be traumatized for the rest of their life. Which is ironic because I don't remember how my hamster died. Probably because my family probably didn't show me. I can only assume he probably found his way into the local blender or something like that. I don't know. She literally ate all of her children and died choking on the last one. Holy shit. Did no one teach her 30 chews when you're eating steak? That's horrible. Although, I think that's real. Like, that's a normal thing in nature, which is admittedly a weird thing to say. I heard some animals will eat their children if they hungry. I mean, I think it's like if they can't support the kids, which I feel like we should do in real life. Like, someone has a kid and can't financially support them, turkey dinner. Okay. That might be a horrible thing to say. Anyway, let's continue. I had one when I was young named Doodles. He loved moving his bedding to the top floor of his cage. I remember walking downstairs and seeing him dead. Little fella hung himself. Alvin, no! That's a chipmunk, but still. Oh! When I was 8, I fed my hamster a grape and it clogged him up, causing his intestines to explode out of his ass. I don't even need to read the rest. I don't want to read the... I'm going to read the rest. This was highly traumatic for young me. Oh, it was? I sat there in the vet's exam room, my mom's hand on my shoulder, knowing this was the first time I'd ever had to endure the death of something I loved dearly, and him explaining there was no hope for Sir Lord Edwington Fuzzball Von Cheeks. Holy shit, what a name. All right, now we're going to move on to our next one. People who owned a hamster, how did it die? Also on r/AskReddit, because I think it would be kind of intriguing to dig deeper into this. Holy shit, very rare dying of age moment. Lived 3 years and 2 months. It started a few months prior when he started to sleep more, exercise less, and less exploring. Oh, so he died of age. We finally have found, after years of searching, we found the first normal hamster death. This is insane. This is revolutionary, actually. Oh my god, there's another died of old age. This entire subreddit, I guess this thread, seems to be people who have lucked out on their hamster losses. Oh, never mind. I tripped over and sat on it while naked. Honestly, ducked. What? Did the hamster go in his ass? That reminds me of an old copy pasta I remember seeing when I was younger. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Oh my god. Oh no, I found it. Oh, I accidentally let my hamster crawl up my vagina. Let me give this a quick read for all of you guys, for your viewing pleasure. Let's get our reading caps on. So the other day, I was naked, playing with my hamster on my stomach, naturally. So then it suddenly climbed inside my kitty cat, and it won't come out. It won't come out. It's decided to make up bunking there. I tried to tempt it out with a carrot. Was she like sitting there like, come on, come on, come on, come out. That's so goddamn stupid. And it won't come out. It really likes its new home. It's been up there for 2 days. That can't be comfortable. Like, you're okay with this? I'm getting used to it. Oh, she's getting used to it. It keeps scratching at my G-spot, which is so nice. But I'm worried I'm getting too wet and drowning. So anyway, we're going to move on to an r/AskReddit again by Reddit. How did your pet hamster die? And this is an NSFW thread, so I already know it's going to be horrendous. Oh, someone wrote a goddamn essay. I hope they used like MLA citation on this. My ham died of failure to make a landing. One day we came home from our local Italian joint, interesting detail that was definitely necessary, and found her basically on her head, motionless. We think that she tried to do a flip, but fucked up and broke her neck when she landed on her face. I didn't even know they had necks. They're shaped like round. They are round. I'm turning off notifications for this comment because y'all are demented. What are the comments? Hold up. Must have been a lemming in disguise. Oh my god. You guys know about that? You guys know about the video of the lemmings from the old Disney animal documentary? They recorded videos of lemmings. They jump off of ledges and die. I don't know why. I think they just kind of do that. And I think there was an old clip where Disney was caught pushing them off the ledge to get the video of them jumping off. Because it's a rare occurrence. They're not always whipping themselves off cliffs. But Disney wanted to get it on camera, and so instead of waiting for the moment, they were just like, get off! We got it. We got it. Oh my god, look at him go. Oh, that one just... Look at that puddle. So as you can tell, Disney is a really good company and do very good things for people. Anyway, let's get back to the hamster trauma generator. What's the craziest hamster dying situation you've ever heard or seen? Another NSFW one, so this is gonna be an adventure, I guess. Girl in my elementary school class, when we were about 9, made her hamster a parachute consisting of some string, wrapping paper, and threw it off a 5-story apartment building. Results were as you'd expect. Yeah, results were puddle-like in form, I can only assume. Did parachute fail to open? It was made out of wrapping paper, bro. What? Vacuum cleaner mishap? No! No! Oh my god, that's 3 words. They're the most graphic 3 words I think I've ever heard. Like, I feel the whole story viscerally. Just from that description alone. Oh my god, what? My friend threw her hamster against a wall while I was hanging out with her. Don't worry, that always happens, is what her explanation was. Always happens? For you, maybe? That's called animal abuse. This is just the plot to Planet of the Apes. My friend's girlfriend, a grown-ass woman, got a few hamsters. They did what comes naturally, and then she had a few more. After several months, she was keeping them in several Rubbermaid totes. Pinkies were being killed in territorial disputes. Cannibalism was rife, despite the abundance of food, and she took them all to the park and dumped them. It's just... war. War never changes. I'm starting to see a reoccurring theme of people just being unable to take control of animals and take care of them. The woman just then creating a hamster battle royale in her room. That's not normal. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, there's of course possibilities that it's out of human control. The hamster hanging himself. Not much you can do there. You gave him a bed, you gave him bedding, he made a noose with it. That's not great, but of course you can't really necessarily blame the hamster when they have like 7 active brain cells. Like, I don't know how, what do they even think about? They probably think in Morse code. But of course, there's also the whole error, like region of error where people are just murdering hamsters and being like, oh, stupid animal, why'd it die so fast? Maybe. I don't know who's to blame here, but I'm getting a bit of a feeling it's the owner in that situation. And we have one last subreddit to look through. Seriously, though, have you ever heard of a hamster dying of natural causes from r/memes? I assume there's going to be more stories here, so let's dig into them. Oh my god! Oh no! The story of how my brother's classroom gerbil in 3rd grade died. He and 3 friends were sitting in a big circle, legs out to the side for their shoes touching. So they're doing like some sort of like summoning circle with a gerbil in the middle. The gerbil had run along the inside of their legs like it was a wall. The gerbil ran up the leg hole of one kid's shorts, came out the other leg hole, fell over, and died. Poor fella died a stinky. That's horrible. Like, what could have even caused that? Like, he went in a leg hole, came out the other end, and just fell dead. Like, it's the scene in a movie when you walk into a bar and then come out after a fight. That's crazy. I'm scrolling through this subreddit, and I'm seeing a very concerning amount of posts talking about how they've either died because another hamster ate him, which is fucking crazy, or they just died by climbing up the cage and getting stuck and hanging themselves. I've probably seen at least maybe almost 20 posts of people just being like, my hamster hung himself. What the oh my god, they're so dumb, they're so stupid. I feel bad. I'm also seeing a shocking amount of people who, like, the hamster died either because the hamster sneezed and died out of shock from its own body functions, or someone like yelled or farted and the hamster just flipped over. They're such fragile little things. They're made of like paper mache. All right, I have one more location I want to look at. There was a moving from subreddit. We're gonna move to TikTok because I saw a TikTok post that had comments talking about other ways their hamsters have died. I got scared by my brother and accidentally threw it into a ceiling fan. What the fuck, Alicia? What the fuck? Rolling dune its stairs. What the fuck does that mean? Or starvation. What do you mean, or starvation? Where's the confusion? Wait, what part had you in a loop there? I forgot to feed her for a while. I felt so bad. See, these are the problems. This is the real problem. Forgetting to feed it, really? That's not even like a horrific death. I feel bad for him. He didn't even get to like get his true potential of like falling into a like open fireplace or something. My friend ate mine? What? Free protein. God damn it. What do you mean your friend ate yours? Was he hungry? You know, they got food in the kitchen. Mine smelt soap, fainted, and died. Poor fellow was a League of Legends player. I think that they are cursed. I think there's actually a generational curse on hamsters, and that's why they keep doing this. But for now, I'm probably gonna get out of here and go get myself a hamster. I'm kidding. I would not be able to keep it alive. I have my little snails in a tank over there. They do their own thing. Look how clean it is. I don't even have to clean it. I mean, I do clean it, but I don't even have to. And they just eat that shit. Meanwhile, hamsters, if you, like, look at the wrong color, burst into flames or just, like, light on fire. That's the same thing. Regardless, I'm gonna be getting out of here. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you were new. Like the video, maybe, perchance, possibly, if you liked it. And also tell me if you have any hamster deaths that you want to let me know about. Do you have any hamsters that you might have lost spontaneously, combusting, or any other ways? I appreciate you guys sitting here with me. Thank you for being here. I've been recording for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. That's a lucky number, so I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here, and as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and yeah, keep a better eye on your hamsters. Oh my god.